But we got a call too, and they said, hey, you've got buzzards flying around.
You guys heard us talking about the grinder that I used for Colby's coffee. I'll also do our herbs, and I also did eggshells in them. And one of our super sweet viewers, Miss Sue, sent us one just specifically for our herbs. Thank you guys so much. That means the world to us. And it's going to use right now because I have moringa leaves in the dehydrator that I got yesterday. So a special thanks to you, Miss Sue. We appreciate that very much. It's going to work right now. Just like that, we're done. We have dried moringa, and we will use this in teas, and we will use it in our smoothies.
Got to pull some potatoes. We've got to put some fertilizer on the strawberries, and we'll show you what we're doing there with our fish emulsions, just like we've talked about in the past. Is the best. And then we're going to move some animals. We also are planting this beautiful tree that is sitting on the hot tub. Tell us about it, Mom.
We had some sweet viewers actually come up and tour our farm, and I'll tell you all about them in just a minute. And they actually sell fruit trees for a living. That's what they do. They heard us talking about our Methley plum tree that's down there that is doing so amazing. How I've been trying to clone that tree. And you guys have seen us talk about that a little bit as well. And they said, look, we're only about 2 hours from y'all. We want to come up and tour your place. That would be a fun thing to do. And here's you a tree. So they also have a small little backyard edible landscape type thing going on that they were sharing with us about. They share some of that on their YouTube channel, All Things Beautiful Homestead with Carrie and Mindy. So we thank you guys for watching us and for the beautiful tree. We're super excited about getting that in the ground, and I'm hoping in a few years that we will have another beautiful plum tree.
So you see the potato beds we're fixing to be digging up. Excited to do it as a family. We always try to do everything as a family on our homestead because ultimately we're doing this for our kids and we want to spend time with them. Sometimes it can be challenging. It does take a little bit longer to get tasks done, but it's better when we can do it as a family. Like Jennings is running behind me right now. Talking about the people that watch us, we thank you so much for always watching us. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe. Somebody was telling us about a viewer that actually lives in South Mississippi named Kelly Dillard. Thank you so much for always watching. Diligent watchers and loves the Max. There's so many of you like that has been with us for a long time. So we thank you personally from the bottom of our hearts. It means the world to us. So let's get this stuff that we got to have to dig up these potatoes, and let's get started. Harley has pretty much taken over all the chicken chores. So one thing we don't do is make her, of course, pick up these big bags of feed. So we order about 10,000 pounds at a time. You see, this is our Nature's Crest, GMO-free, soy-free, made the week you buy Tucker Milling feed. Very pleased with them. They directly shipped it straight to us from where they're from in Alabama, which is not far from us, and we're excited to try this out. We're not affiliated with them, but if you go tell them that the Max sent you, if you buy from them, they can distribute straight to you, or they can at least tell you where you could go get it. So check Tucker Milling out and tell them the Max sent you. Again, we're not affiliated with them, but we really like the company. We really like what they're doing. And so far, this feed has been phenomenal. Forgot you guys. Look at those plums starting to turn.
I'm gonna eat them all.
I know, we've ate. Me, you, and Jennings have ate some, haven't we? Were they good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam.
Good. Do you like it?
I am in the process of mixing up some fish emulsion. This would serve as fertilizer. Let me tell y'all, it stinks really bad. We are going to our strawberry plants with this. If I have some left over, I'm going to hit our peppers, parsley, a few other things. But for right now, I'm going to all the strawberry plants, and I'm just going to go right beside them and put this right down beside the soil on the strawberry plants and give it a squeeze. We planted them last year, and we want them to really get a good boost to grow.
So when your potatoes look like this, that is not truly fungus. That is it saying it's dead and ready to harvest. So you can see how they're starting to pop out of the ground right here. See that right there? So we'll start digging these up. So this means they are ready. Now see this bed here, actually, I mean, we're not going to dig them. You could dig them because the maturity level's there. But you see how they're still kind of green and they're just barely starting to turn yellow. So I'm going to leave them in here for a little bit longer. That'll help keep them in the ground, which helps them preserve a little bit longer. Is that good? You ready to help me?
Yes, sir. Can't find it. It's right there. Ooh. Daddy, so I gotta go over that. They'll probably have so much they don't even know what to do with it all.
Did you get them? Get the rest. What have you been picking?
Blueberries, strawberries, and some plums. What are you doing? Mama, he's gonna start chowing down on these if you don't stop him.
Oh man, those look good, don't they? That sounds like a good smoothie.
Mama's gonna have to come and look at some of these to see if they're done.
No, they're not quite ready. Just a few are ready, but not a lot.
Yeah.
When they start turning purple though, plum jelly, here we come. No waste policy. So what we don't get, which is the greens, the chickens get, and the pigs. So this first set is going to the chickens. The girls are doing that while I get the rest of these potatoes. So we planted 24 potatoes in this one bed, and we've got tons more beds left. But we've got probably maybe 4 to 5 to 6 times the amount of we planted. So 100 and 120, 130. So that's really good. So far, really pleased with the bed right here. And this was one of the ones we were worried about because it looked like it had a little fungus growing in it. But we got that out, no big issues. And man, this bed's done phenomenal. We're taking, after we got the ones that we know that we could just dig by hand, we take our pitchfork, our manure shovel, our manure blade, or however you want to do it, and just basically go through there. And we've picked up a few potatoes like that. We'll leave all those roots, you see those roots right there? We're going to leave those in there, and that'll help kind of break down and be biomass for this next year. All the greens will go to the pigs and chickens for good health for them because they love them. Also remember, when you're doing potatoes, be as gentle as you can, because when you pierce the outside, it makes it where it's not going to last as long. So you need to eat those first. So we're harvesting some onions today, some potatoes, some strawberries, blueberries, plums. Man, good day. So I think he gets the honor of eating the first blueberry.
Good? Yay!
Yummy. This is what you want to see in these beds. Look how big that earthworm is, and that's how good. Look at this soil. I mean, we can easily do that. That's what you want to plant your potatoes in. It's something like this where you can just dig through it, get it up. I mean, look at that soil. Look at that. This is a hugelkultur bed, guys. If you hadn't ever done potatoes, it's well worth it. We've pulled up where 16 plants, 16 tubers were planted, And so far we're at about 50 to 60. We still have all this to go, all those to go. And do potatoes with your kids and grandkids. Let it be fun. It makes gardening fun because it's like a treasure. You know, how many they can dig up. It's like buried treasure. You dig this up and you're like, oh, there's no potatoes. Then you start digging under it and there'll be 10 to 15 potatoes under each plant. So much fun. There you go. One 4x8 bed. If you put 24 in, you could easily do 4 to 5 to 6 times the numbers. You could easily have 200 to 300 potatoes in one little bed. Things to think about: good quality compost, making sure your pH is balanced, making sure you have a sandier soil so it helps to harvest it when it comes harvest time. So we mix our compost with a little of the bark and topsoil to help it be a little bit more loose. Make sure your potatoes stay covered the whole time. Harvest at 100, 120 days. When they start dying, like these right here, are not quite ready. They're yellowing a little bit, but not quite yellow and dead like those other ones looked that we saw earlier. So let these go. I'm gonna let these go for about another week and harvest them, and I'm excited to see what comes up and how many potatoes we're gonna get for the season. You see how this has got a little, that softness? All of these skins are pretty soft when they come out of the ground. So the main thing you want to do is you want to let them get out, dry out, and they'll harden that shell up. And when they harden, we leave ours dirty. I know some people will wipe them off, or some people wash them off. If you wash them off, you've got to dry them off. If you want to take a dry rag and wipe some of the main dirt off, you can do that too. You see these like this, that's kind of scraped off. There's nothing wrong with that. But these are the ones you probably want to eat first because they're not going to cure as much. But like ones that are just completely solid, all you need to do is just let them age and dry out, and you'll be good to go. We store them in a cool, dry area, so we'll let them harden off outside just for about a day. That way it dries them up really good. We'll take them straight inside. Misty sometimes will put a towel under them, or she'll just kind of rub them on a towel and then put them on another towel that's dry. You want no moisture, and you want to make sure it's dry, and you want to make sure it's cool and dark, and that should help with storage and curing your potatoes and making sure they're there for a good bit long season. So that way you have potatoes for months to come. So every once in a while we just come and just blow it when it comes to food. So tonight was one of those nights. Work hard and eat really unhealthy. So, but we got a call too, and they said, hey, you've got buzzards flying around. And so we knew we had a calf that was supposed to be born, so it kind of worried us. Well, all it was the mama had not ate her afterbirth yet. So we got the call. We want to come up here and see the calf. The calf is doing good, so we're going to show you the new addition to the farm. So it's a new addition. It kind of takes the place of Petey. It goes along with Uno, and it's a little bull calf. So let's see if we can find him. There he is. Right there. So we have Uno right here, and then we have the new one. He's got to start with a V, so we got to come up with a name. But this is Holly. This is his mama. Hey Uno. Hey Uno, and this is Uno's mama, Ginger. That's Holly. That's the mama of the new little calf. Let's see if we can find him again. See if we can find him again. Where'd he go? There he is. You see he's passing yellow. Yellow manure, so that means he is getting milk. She bags up good. She's a good beef cow. There he is. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. So that's what's cool. We take Petey to the process, and all of a sudden have two little bull calves that will basically take his place for meat for 2022 and meat for 2023. That's good stuff.